Hello and welcome back to Bookish English, your space to listen, repeat, shadow, and learn English at a slow, natural pace. I'm Ariel, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. In today's lesson, I'm going to share how learning English can actually help you sleep better at night. You might be surprised, but it's true. We often think of language learning as something that requires a lot of effort, but today I'll show you how it can also be relaxing and help calm your mind before bed. You don't need to worry about memorizing long lists of vocabulary or trying to remember complicated grammar rules. We're going to keep things simple. All you need is to focus on easy English sentences that can be part of your nighttime routine. Just listen and repeat after me, and by the end, you'll feel more relaxed and confident in your English skills. We'll start with a few simple phrases you can use before going to sleep. You can say them in your mind or out loud. The goal is not to rush. Just relax and let the words flow naturally. Let's begin. I take a deep breath. I close my eyes slowly. I relax my body. I think about my day. I feel calm. I let go of any stress. I think of something happy. I smile softly. I tell myself, tomorrow will be a good day. This simple practice can help you feel relaxed and ready for sleep, while also giving you a gentle way to improve your English. Keep listening, keep repeating, and you'll notice that as you practice, your mind will quiet down, and you'll be ready to rest. Let's continue learning together. Keep watching and practicing, and before you know it, you'll not only improve your English, but also enjoy peaceful nights of sleep. Chapter 1. The Power of Language in Your Mind. In this chapter, we'll explore the powerful connection between learning English and calming your mind. You might be asking yourself, how can learning English help me sleep better? The answer lies in how our brains work when we engage in different activities. You see, when we immerse ourselves in a task that requires focus, like learning a new language, we shift our attention away from worries and stressful thoughts. This shift is crucial for achieving mental clarity, which is key for a restful night of sleep. Let's break it down a bit further. Imagine you're lying in bed, struggling to fall asleep. Your mind is racing, thinking about all the things you need to do tomorrow or things that happened during the day. In these moments, our brains are overwhelmed with unproductive thoughts. But when you focus on learning English, it works as a form of distraction. Your mind starts focusing on the task at hand instead of spiraling into anxious or stressful thoughts. This gives your brain a much-needed break, allowing it to slow down and prepare for sleep. But how exactly does learning English work to calm your mind? The answer is simple: concentration. Learning a new language requires focus and attention to detail. It demands that your brain process new words, sentence structures, and grammar rules. This mental exercise is like a workout for your brain. Just like how physical exercise tires your muscles and helps you sleep better, mental exercise tires your brain in a positive way. When you engage in this form of focused activity, your mind becomes less likely to be consumed by random thoughts, and instead, you are grounding yourself in the present moment. For instance, think about a time when you were listening to an English podcast or reading a simple English story. You likely had to concentrate on understanding the words, which helped prevent other distracting thoughts from invading your mind. This kind of mental focus is powerful because it keeps you engaged, and the more you practice, the better you get at it. Over time, learning English in this relaxed, low-pressure way can be a great way to ease into a peaceful night's sleep. As you improve your English skills, you also enhance your cognitive abilities. Your ability to focus, process information, and make decisions becomes stronger. This doesn't just help with language learning, but also with managing your thoughts and emotions. With practice, you might find that you are able to let go of negative thoughts more easily, and your mind will become less prone to worry and anxiety. This is especially helpful when you're trying to sleep. It's much easier to fall asleep when you aren't overwhelmed by racing thoughts, and learning English can be a simple tool to prevent this. Now, I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, but I'm not sure how to start using English to help me sleep. Don't worry. In the next chapters, I'll share with you specific techniques you can easily add to your bedtime routine. These techniques will allow you to practice English in a way that feels natural and relaxing. One technique to try is incorporating English audio into your night routine. For example, listen to an English audiobook or podcast that's calm and easy to follow. The key is to choose content that doesn't require too much effort. This allows your brain to stay focused on the language without it feeling like you're working to learn. You can simply listen to the sounds of the language, let it wash over you, and absorb the words naturally. This practice helps your mind shift focus and prepares it to rest. Another great method is reading English content aloud before bed. You don't need to memorize complex vocabulary or grammar rules. Instead, read something simple and enjoyable, like a short story or a chapter from a book. As you read, focus on the rhythm of the language and the flow of words. The act of reading aloud helps with pronunciation and builds confidence in speaking, but it's also soothing for your mind. It becomes like a mini meditation session where the rhythm of your voice matches the rhythm of your breath, slowing everything down and helping you unwind. You can also try keeping an English journal by your bedside. Writing in English doesn't have to be a long, complicated task. Just a few sentences to reflect on your day or to express how you're feeling can help clear your mind. Writing allows you to process your emotions and thoughts in a structured way, which is especially beneficial before bed. It gives you a moment to reflect without overwhelming your brain with too many thoughts. And just like with reading, this practice allows you to focus on English while giving your mind the chance to relax and release any lingering tension. One of the reasons learning English is so effective in calming your mind is because it's a skill that builds over time. As you improve, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment and progress. That feeling of success can help reduce anxiety, and you'll begin to see that English learning isn't just about memorizing words, but about creating positive experiences that contribute to your well-being. As your skills grow, so does your confidence, and the confidence you gain through learning English can extend beyond language to other areas of your life, contributing to an overall sense of calm. Remember, the goal here isn't to pressure yourself into learning a new language at a fast pace. The beauty of using English as a tool for relaxation is that it doesn't need to feel like work. Instead, think of it as a way to enhance your bedtime routine. With time, these small moments of English practice will become a calming ritual that signals to your brain that it's time to wind down. This simple habit can help you sleep better, feel more relaxed, and build your language skills all at once. In the next chapter, we'll discuss how to create a calming bedtime routine with English that can help ease you into a peaceful sleep. Stay tuned. Chapter 2: Creating a Bedtime Routine with English. In this chapter, we'll dive into how you can create a calming bedtime routine with English, turning your learning into a relaxing ritual that not only enhances your language skills, but also helps you sleep better. The idea is simple. Incorporate English into your nightly routine in a way that feels soothing and stress-free. This doesn't mean you need to study grammar rules or memorize new vocabulary right before bed. Instead, the goal is to create a positive connection between relaxation and language learning, so you feel calm and at ease as you drift off to sleep. The key to this process is consistency. By regularly incorporating English into your bedtime ritual, you train your mind and body to associate learning with relaxation. It becomes part of your routine, just like brushing your teeth or dimming the lights before bed. Over time, this practice will signal to your brain that it's time to wind down, making it easier to transition from your busy day to a restful night's sleep. So, how exactly can you make English a part of your bedtime routine? Let's go through some easy and enjoyable ways to incorporate English into your night. 1. Listening to soothing English podcasts or audiobooks. One of the simplest ways to start using English before bed is by listening to podcasts or audiobooks in English. The key here is to choose content that is not too stimulating or fast-paced. Instead, opt for calming podcasts or audiobooks that focus on topics you enjoy, but also have a soothing tone. For example, you could listen to a gentle storytelling podcast or an audiobook of a classic English novel. The benefit of this practice is that it helps your brain stay engaged with the language while still creating a peaceful atmosphere. The rhythm of the speaker's voice and the content of the material should not only improve your listening skills, but also help you relax and disconnect from the stress of the day. Try to find content that is slow and easy to follow. It's not about understanding every single word, but rather about getting comfortable with the flow of the language, allowing it to lull you into a state of relaxation. You can even make this a ritual by setting aside a specific amount of time each night to listen to English. Maybe you start by listening for just 10 or 15 minutes before turning off the lights. This small but consistent practice will gradually build a strong connection between language learning and relaxation, making it easier for you to feel calm and ready for sleep. 2. Watching short English videos or shows. If you enjoy watching videos, try incorporating short, relaxing English videos into your bedtime routine. This could be anything from calming nature videos in English to slow-paced language learning videos that focus on simple sentences and phrases. The key is to keep it light and engaging without overwhelming your mind with complex grammar or vocabulary. If you have a favorite English TV show, consider watching an episode right before bed. Make sure the show is easy to follow and not too exciting or intense, as this could make it harder to fall asleep. Opt for content that has a calm tone, such as light comedies or documentaries with slow narration. Again, the idea is to make this practice relaxing rather than stressful. As you watch, try to focus on the language rather than the action or storyline. Pay attention to how the words flow and how the sentences are structured. By doing this, you'll improve your listening and comprehension skills while also allowing your mind to shift away from the stress of the day. It's like learning English in a way that helps your brain relax, preparing you for a restful night's sleep. Third, reading a book in English. Another effective way to incorporate English into your bedtime routine is by reading a book in English. Don't worry about reading difficult texts or advanced novels. Start with something light and easy to follow, such as a short story or a beginner-friendly book. The goal is to enjoy the process of reading while enhancing your English skills at the same time. Reading before bed is a great way to wind down, as it helps slow down your mind and relax your body. Choose a book that interests you and doesn't require too much mental effort. If you're reading for pleasure, the experience should feel enjoyable and soothing, rather than something you have to study. If you're unsure where to start, there are many beginner-level English books available online, ranging from fairy tales to simple novels. As you read, try to focus on the flow of the language. You don't have to stop and look up every word you don't understand. Instead, try to understand the meaning of the text through context. This will not only improve your vocabulary, but also make the reading experience more enjoyable and less stressful. 4. Creating a relaxing environment for English learning. It's not just about the content you consume, it's also about the environment in which you practice. Creating a calming atmosphere in your room can help you associate learning English with relaxation. Consider dimming the lights or using a soft nightlight to create a cozy environment. You could even light a scented candle or use essential oils to enhance the calming atmosphere. The more relaxing your environment, the easier it will be for you to focus on the English content without distractions. If you make the process enjoyable, you'll find that your brain begins to associate English with peaceful relaxation, which will help you wind down and prepare for sleep. 5. Consistency is key. As mentioned earlier, consistency is crucial when creating a bedtime routine with English. Try to set aside a specific time each night for your English practice. This could be right before you go to bed or after you've finished your evening routine. By sticking to a routine, you'll begin to train your brain to associate this time with relaxation and English learning. Over time, this consistent practice will help reduce stress and anxiety before bed, making it easier for you to fall asleep. The key is to keep things simple and enjoyable, so you look forward to it rather than feeling like it's a chore. Conclusion: by incorporating English into your bedtime routine, you create a positive loop of learning and relaxation. It's not about pushing yourself to learn complicated grammar or vocabulary before bed, but rather about making English a part of your relaxation process. Whether you listen to English podcasts, watch relaxing videos, or read simple stories, the goal is to make this practice enjoyable and calming. Remember, the better your routine, the more relaxed you'll feel before going to sleep. With consistent practice, learning English can become a soothing ritual that helps you wind down and prepares you for a peaceful night's rest. Stay tuned for the next chapter, where we'll talk about how focusing on English can improve your breathing and focus, both of which are essential for good sleep. Chapter 3: How English Improves Your Breathing and Focus. You might not know this, but learning English can actually improve your breathing and focus, two key factors for achieving good sleep. In this chapter, we'll explore how practicing English can help regulate your breath and sharpen your mental focus, both of which are essential for a restful night. By incorporating simple English exercises into your evening routine, you can calm your nerves, relax your body, and prepare your mind for sleep. It's not just about improving your English skills, but also about using the language as a tool for mental and physical relaxation. The connection between breathing and relaxation. Breathing plays a huge role in how we feel, especially when it comes to managing stress and anxiety. Many of us aren't even aware of the way our breath changes when we're stressed or anxious. When we feel tense, our breathing tends to become shallow and rapid, which can make us feel more on edge. But when we focus on slow, deep breaths, we activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes relaxation and reduces stress. This is where learning English can be incredibly beneficial. While you're focused on improving your pronunciation, sentence structures, and fluency, you're also training your body to regulate your breath in a calm and controlled manner. The rhythm of speaking English naturally encourages you to breathe more deeply and slowly, which helps to reduce feelings of anxiety or tension, exactly what you need before going to sleep. How English improves breathing and focus. When we speak a language, especially a second language like English, we engage in several cognitive processes at once. We think about the meaning of words, the structure of sentences, and the pronunciation of sounds, all of which require mental focus. This active engagement helps shift our attention away from any racing or anxious thoughts, making it easier for us to relax and focus on the present moment. The process of speaking English also helps regulate our breathing. Let's consider a simple example. When you read English text aloud, you naturally pause at the end of each sentence or phrase to breathe. These pauses give your body the chance to inhale deeply and exhale slowly, which is essential for calming your nervous system. By making this a regular habit, you train your body to breathe deeply and evenly, which can have a calming effect on both your mind and body. The power of reading aloud in English. Reading aloud in English is a simple yet powerful exercise that can help improve both your breathing and your focus. By speaking the words out loud, you not only practice pronunciation, but also reinforce the natural rhythm and flow of the language. This practice can help you develop a smoother, more relaxed speaking style, which in turn can help ease any tension in your body. When you read aloud, pay attention to your breath. Take deep, controlled breaths as you speak, and try to match the rhythm of your speech with your breathing. You'll notice that when you slow down and focus on your breath, your voice becomes more relaxed, and the words flow more easily. This exercise can be especially effective if you make it part of your bedtime routine. For example, you could read a short story, a chapter from a book, or even an English poem before bed. As you read, make sure to pause after each sentence or phrase to take a deep breath. This will not only help you practice English, but also help you regulate your breathing and relax your mind. Breathing exercises with English. In addition to reading aloud, there are other ways to combine breathing exercises with your English learning. For instance, you can practice simple breathing techniques while repeating English sentences or phrases. This will not only improve your fluency, but also activate the relaxation response in your body. Here's a simple breathing exercise that you can try while practicing English. 1. Sit or lie down comfortably. Find a quiet space where you can relax. 2. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you inhale, count to 4 slowly, allowing your lungs to fill with air. 3. Pause for a moment. Hold your breath for 1 or 2 seconds. 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth. As you exhale, count to 4 again, letting go of any tension in your body. 5. Repeat. Now, while you repeat each English sentence, follow the same pattern of deep breathing. For example, if you're reading a sentence, inhale as you start the sentence, hold your breath for a moment at the natural pause, and then exhale slowly as you finish the sentence. This exercise helps to synchronize your breathing with the flow of the language. It's a great way to calm your mind and body, especially before bed. As you continue practicing, you'll find that your breath becomes deeper and more controlled, and your focus sharpens, making it easier to wind down and prepare for sleep. The rhythm of English and relaxation. Another reason why learning English can help with relaxation is that the language itself has a natural rhythm. The way English sentences are structured and the cadence of the language can actually help regulate the flow of your breath. When you speak English, you naturally pause at certain points, such as at the end of a sentence or after a comma, and these pauses give your body the chance to inhale and exhale at a steady pace. The rhythm of English, combined with controlled breathing, activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of the nervous system responsible for calming the body and reducing stress. This is why practicing English aloud, especially with deep breathing, can be such a powerful tool for relaxation. The more you practice, the more you'll associate speaking English with feelings of calm and relaxation, which will make it easier for you to let go of the day's stress and fall into a peaceful sleep. Making English and breathing a routine. To make this practice effective, consistency is key. Try to incorporate this breathing and English practice into your nightly routine. You don't need to spend hours on it. Just 10 to 15 minutes of reading aloud in English with controlled breathing before bed can make a big difference. Over time, this simple habit will help improve both your English fluency and your ability to relax before sleep. If you find it difficult to concentrate at first, try starting with short sentences or simple phrases. You can even write down some easy English sentences that resonate with you, like positive affirmations or calming thoughts, and read them aloud before bed. This way, you not only practice your English, but also soothe your mind with comforting words. Conclusion. Learning English is more than just improving your language skills. It's a powerful tool for improving your breathing, focus, and relaxation. By practicing English pronunciation, reading aloud, and incorporating breathing exercises into your routine, you can reduce stress and anxiety, helping you prepare for a peaceful night's sleep. The rhythm of the language, combined with deep, controlled breathing, activates your body's relaxation response, making it easier to unwind and fall asleep. In the next chapter, we'll explore how English can help you release stress and improve your mental health, further contributing to better sleep. Stay tuned for more tips on how to use English as a tool for relaxation and well-being. Chapter 4. Listening to English to soothe your mind. In this chapter, we'll explore the power of listening to English to calm your mind. Have you ever noticed how listening to music or podcasts before bed can help you sleep? Well, English content can serve the same purpose. Whether it's listening to soothing podcasts, audiobooks, or even watching English-speaking shows, you can use English to distract your mind from stressful thoughts, helping you relax and prepare for a good night's sleep. In fact, it's one of the simplest ways to integrate English learning into your daily routine without feeling like you're putting in extra effort. The great thing about this technique is that it works on multiple levels. Not only does it help you practice your English, but it also creates a soothing atmosphere that encourages relaxation. The key is finding content that is not only educational, but also calming. Let's take a closer look at how listening to English can become a comforting bedtime routine. The power of audio content in English. If you've ever listened to calming music or a soft podcast before bed, you've likely experienced how it helps to clear your mind. The same principle applies when listening to English content. The act of hearing English spoken, especially in a calm and gentle tone, can serve as a form of distraction, shifting your focus away from the thoughts that may be causing you stress. By allowing English to fill your ears, you create a mental space that isn't occupied by worries, making it easier for you to relax and transition into sleep. But how does this work in practice? First, it's important to choose the right type of content. When you listen to English material, it should not be too stimulating or intense, as this could actually have the opposite effect and keep your mind active. Instead, focus on content that has a gentle and slow rhythm, like an audiobook or a podcast with soft, soothing voices. Avoid anything too fast-paced or dramatic, such as action-packed shows or energetic music. The goal is to help your mind unwind, not engage in high-energy content. Choosing soothing English podcasts or audiobooks. One of the best ways to use English content for relaxation is by listening to podcasts or audiobooks. Many podcasts are designed specifically to calm the listener, with hosts speaking in slow, measured tones. Some podcasts focus on mindfulness, meditation, or calming stories, which can be especially helpful before bedtime. For example, podcasts that tell simple stories, especially those designed for English learners, often have a soothing rhythm to their delivery. The stories themselves might be light and pleasant, making them perfect for winding down after a busy day. This content helps not only with your listening comprehension, but also with improving your vocabulary in an easy, stress-free way. Similarly, audiobooks are another excellent option. Audiobooks come in a variety of genres, from fiction to self-help, and the narration is often done in a way that is calming and gentle. Listening to an audiobook before bed can help you relax, while also providing a subtle learning opportunity. If you're just starting out with English, choose books that are easy to understand, or consider books specifically aimed at beginners. This way, you'll feel comfortable listening to the material without feeling overwhelmed. How listening to English can help you relax. The beauty of this method lies in its simplicity. When you listen to English content, you don't have to work hard to understand every single word. The goal isn't to memorize vocabulary or study grammar. It's about creating a relaxing atmosphere while gently reinforcing your language skills. As you listen, you can focus on the overall meaning and rhythm of the language, rather than trying to dissect every word. This makes it a passive way to improve your English, without it feeling like an intense study session. Listening to English helps your brain relax because you don't have to make any major cognitive effort. Your brain absorbs the content naturally, allowing you to zone out from the stresses of your day and focus only on the sounds and words of the English language. Over time, you'll start to become more comfortable with the rhythm and flow of English, which will make the learning process feel easier and more enjoyable. And by practicing regularly, you'll notice improvements in your listening skills, pronunciation, and understanding. Setting the right atmosphere. To make this technique even more effective, it's important to create the right atmosphere when listening to English content. Dim the lights or use a night lamp to set a calming mood in your room. You could also use a relaxing essential oil, such as lavender, to further enhance the atmosphere. The idea is to create a peaceful environment where both your mind and body can relax. Listening to English at a low volume can also help in this process. You don't want the volume to be so high that it distracts you or makes you more alert. Instead, aim for a volume that is just loud enough to hear clearly, but soft enough to create a calming effect. This subtle background noise, along with the relaxing rhythm of the English language, will help you slowly transition from wakefulness to sleep. Types of content to listen to. Here are some specific types of content that are ideal for bedtime. 1. Calming English podcasts. Look for podcasts that focus on storytelling, relaxation, or mindfulness. Podcasts like Sleepy Time Tales or The Calm Collective offer soothing narratives that will help you relax and unwind. There are also podcasts designed specifically for English learners, which speak slowly and clearly to help you improve your listening skills. 2. English audiobooks. If you enjoy books, listening to audiobooks before bed can be an excellent option. Choose books with a calm tone, like classic literature or light-hearted fiction. Books by authors like Jane Austen, or even simple children's stories, are often narrated in a way that is soothing and pleasant. 3. English music or soundtracks. While music can be energizing, there are certain types of instrumental music or soft melodies that can help you relax. You can find playlists on platforms like Spotify or YouTube specifically for calming or instrumental music that won't interfere with your sleep. 4. English meditation and sleep stories. If you find that meditation helps you sleep, consider listening to English meditation guides or sleep stories. There are many apps and platforms that offer guided sleep meditations in English. These typically feature slow, steady breathing exercises and calming language designed to help you relax. The benefits of listening to English before bed. Not only does listening to English content help you unwind, but it also brings additional benefits. Over time, it improves your listening comprehension, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Because your brain is actively engaging with the language, even if you aren't consciously focusing on learning, you are passively absorbing new words and sentence structures. Additionally, incorporating English into your bedtime routine can help reduce anxiety. The process of listening to a calm, gentle voice narrating a story or lesson can create a sense of comfort and security, which helps to ease your mind before sleep. This sense of relaxation helps you feel safe and content, which is ideal for falling into a deep, restorative sleep.